we thought we'd let him see some sunlight, because we're generous people. And because we had a question which has been puzzling all of us here. With Gordon Brown's personal ratings in the dirt, the economy still on its knees, and Labour falling back into third place in many polls, why hasn't David Cameron, the most popular Tory leader since Margaret Thatcher, already sealed the deal with the electorate? Here's Michael and his take of the week.
Now it's just another show, and you leave them laughing when you go. And if you can, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away.
It's 13 years since I last walked through that door, and 13 years since the last Tory Prime Minister walked out. You wouldn't think the present tenant would be that difficult to shift. Gordon Brown is unpopular, and he's led the country into the worst recession for decades. So why hasn't David Cameron, the Tories' most charismatic leader for a while, yet sealed the deal with the voters? Credit where it's due. If David Cameron hadn't led the Conservatives onto the centre ground of politics, the party wouldn't stand a chance. But other things haven't gone as smoothly. David Cameron has paid a price for being in his job 5 years. At first, people enthused about the new kid on the block, but now that title has passed to Nick Clegg. Something else has happened too. During the leaders' debates, Cameron did a lot of frowning. Why did he abandon the smiles and wit that served him so well since he became leader? Was it that he was frustrated at the way things were going? Or was he just trying to look more prime ministerial?
Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud.
Margaret Thatcher marked her serial election victories with smiles and waves from the windows of Conservative Central Office. Many hated her, but she won majorities. Can Cameron? Whether or not he's a toff, he's undeniably metropolitan. And how does that go down with voters in marginal seats north of Watford? But the biggest problem is this. 36 hours before the polls open, how do you complete the sentence, if on Thursday the Conservatives win, you and the country will be better off because? The absence of a snappy, memorable catchphrase is at least a failure of marketing, and maybe a failure of thinking too.
I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose.
I was part of a Tory leadership team that did no better at supplying the missing soundbite. Indeed, it hasn't been really clear what the Tories stand for since November the 22nd, 1990, the day that Margaret Thatcher left Downing Street for the last time.
Michael Portillo at the door of 10 Downing Street. And